Welcome to this series where we are playing the 1.8 version of Reforged Eden, and we're starting on the bridge of my capital vessel overlooking the moon that we came down to on the end of the last part, because in this part what I want to do is carry on working on these Titan middle sections, and then possibly we're going to need to move on to another system depending on where the mission takes us, because I really need to get somewhere with plenty of resources, especially Promethium, so that I can start to build the ship up. And that leads me into saying a big thank you for your comments and feedback. As usual, you guys give me a lot to think about. And I did get a couple of comments about my slightly inefficient braking on when I was actually doing that satellite mission. This is one of the dilemmas that you get when you start out in Reforged Eden, especially if you're in a situation like I am at the moment, where we're a little bit short on Promethium, which translates into fuel. And of course, if you whack lots of thrusters on your ship, you burn a lot of fuel. And this is one of the problems. That it's great having a great big ship with lots of thrusters when you've got loads of Promethium to actually keep putting the fuel into the system. But if you haven't got that fuel, then life gets a bit more interesting. There's also a couple of other considerations when you're building your own ship. The first one is the CPU. We come to the CPU, you'll see that I've already had to put a basic CPU onto here in order to get to the thruster configuration I've got. And you see I've only got another less than 200,000. When I put in the warp drive, I think that's gonna consume about 40,000. If I show you here, if we go to the capital vessel and see if we can find the black, where's the extender? I can never find the extender. Where is it? Gone past it probably. Definitely on capital vessel. No, we're not. Probably weren't on the capital vessel. There it is here. We've already used the basic extender to get another 200,000, but we can only put one of those on, which means it won't be long before we need to get to, well, I'll just open this up, the improved extender, which means we're now in the range of having to build large optronics bridges. And we can only put two of those on, which will give us another, was it 450,000 CPU. And then, and what's going to happen then is we're going to move on to the CPU extender advance, which we can put 5 on for another 250,000 each. So this is one of the reasons why I haven't really gone overboard with the thrusters. And of course, the final issue is that on a normal planet, the thruster configuration I've got works. I can brake, although it's not 100% because of gravity. But when you're out in space or on a moon, you've got less gravity, therefore you need more thrusters. Therefore, probably the ideal, and I think you see this in ships that are being built in the workshop, you have different configurations for the thrusters, and that's something that needs to be considered. I've just noticed something actually. That's damaged. Actually, that's damaged as well. Obviously, we took a little bit of damage there. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is somebody posted a comment about that I might have missed a warp drive or something on the front here. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to go and have a look. I think I'm pretty sure I checked everything, but we'll just double check. And it'd be easier just to do this and look at the ship and look at the devices. I think I was a bit fixated. Warp field generator. Is that a hint? Well, we'll take a look at that. Oh, there's a thruster on here as well. The sloped medium thruster. We'll look at that as well. Looks like they're both in the same direction. We could take the fridge up to the building supplies. No, we got 2 fridges already, so maybe we'll just salvage that one. Okay, it's object in the spawn area. Right, let's just go up and take a look. Is this the field warp generators here? I mean, I would have thought. Okay, yeah, cheat game. So we got this here. Salvage. But oh, looks like we got loot box I missed. Grab that. Got a copper ingots, a couple of force fields. Okay, so it was certainly worth coming back and checking. And it's saying we got a medium thruster here. Okay, we'll just take this block out. And then we'll just retrieve that. Don't think there's anything else and in this section, is there? Can't see anything. No, I mean there's quite not. Oh, we can take that. I'm going to retrieve that. We're going to need more oxygen. We're also going to need more fuel tanks for the CV. Pick that up. A bit warm outside as well. So back in dip. Have a look what we picked up. Got medium thrusters. I've got 7 CV medium thrusters I can put on and 11 small ones. But that looks very much like an. That's what we've just recovered, isn't it? So we didn't get the. Oh well, that's the way it goes. We've got a large tank there. Put the force fields in there as well. Small arms, we'll put that in there. That in there. Some plant protein. I think I was making energy bars, so we'll just shove that back in there. I think we're finished with this part of the ship. So what we've got to do now is go to the middle section. Is we're gonna break. So the easiest way to stop is to crash into something. So just come in here. Right, so all we got to do is get into the hangar section. It's over there. We've reached the hangar section of the Titan. There doesn't appear to be any transport wreckage on them. I guess we managed to escape. Okay. Let's find the console in the hangar. Well, there's a console over there. Okay. It doesn't appear to be any power. There should be plenty of obvious considering the situation. I'm not seeing a power socket either, so I can't hook onto my suit's power. Examine the console. There's a card reader next to the keyboard for a UCH key card in the slot, the console external. With a fuel cell and a UCH, we should be able to activate the console. Console alone. We need a fuel. Do we need a fuel cell? Okay, there's the. Examine. Card there. Insert the fuel cell. Okay. Console lights up. Unauthorized validator. Insert the UCH keys. Screen flashes and flickers. A couple of well-placed kicks in the console fixes that problem. Hangar deck there. Hangar count 0 to 6. Statistics. Okay. What's this? Armament. Rotary cannon. Cliff launcher. Okay. Flight plan. Okay, one of them has registered a flight plan after all. It could only be one of the already prepared. The crew might have done it while loading. Access flight plan. Hangar, something, lots of numbers. Looks like the crew evacuated to the Kronos. The last place to check would be in the rear section of the Titan. And if Xerax is watching any part of the ship, it'd be that one. We need to be extra careful. It could be stuck. I could be stuck jetpacking that. Remove the key card. Okay. So we've now got that here. I don't think there's much in this ship, but what I would like is those fuel tanks. So we're going to come into here. Tell me about the Kronos idea. Considering the size and importance, it sounds as though they've been a flagship. Okay, I've got a feeling it's going to take us to. Okay, we got some fuel out of there. Okay, right, we'll just the oxygen in here 544. Then you're going to take the oxygen, 2 of those, and we're up to the building supplies. Right, we've already got 2 oxygen tanks. So if I get 1 more, that would give me a symmetry when I build the ship. And also, I would like the fuel tank here as well. We've got another medium fuel tank. Anything else on the ship? Got a closet somewhere. I certainly want to take a look at that. I'm very tempted with respect to the. Oh, there's one thing I do want to check. One thing I do know is there's a loot box down here. So we're certainly going to take that. Got some more fuel cells. And we'll go check the closet. There's the closet up there. Well, we got some fuel cells. Laser pistol charges. I think that's going to be about it. I think we're here. We'll just walk back the other way. I mean, these hangar doors would be quite nice, but I don't think there's anything that special about them. They were just look. Anything else? Fuel, ventilators, table, salvage core, doors. Okay, we got a couple of thrusters. See if these are going to be any better, or whether they'll actually be. Okay, got an enclosed medium thruster there. We'll take that. Well, that's saying it's a medium thruster. So I think we actually got a medium thruster that time. It's good. We got another medium thruster there. Okay, take that one as well. Nice. We got 2 medium thrusters off of here. And what else have we got? Got a couple of small thrusters. Where are you? Over there. Make sure we got 11 moment. Well, one more to go. That it's up over here. So it's the thrusters would be useful. I think that's about it. I think. Or I can't think. So we can have a quick check. Got the thrusters. We've got the closet. Shower. Don't need showers. We don't need terminals. Nope. Okay. Well, that is good. Take that. And we'll get back to the ship. Now we did get a hint that what's going to happen is that when we get to the rear section, we could get attacked. So I'll just start using the proper door. One, it's easy to get through, And 2, we need to develop that habit. Okay. Shield on. And we've got shields, we've got thrusters. Turn the thrusters off. Put the guns. How much ammunition have we got? We could probably do with some more. I don't know, we're not too bad. Depends on how strong. I don't think the attack would be too strong if we are attacked. But what we do need is... Okay, so we get into the Crash Titan rear. Okay, I've reached the aft section of the ship. I'm going to head in and see if I can find any active consoles. Raid some lockers and dig through the trash as usual. Okay, ASID. Search the ships for the server room. Okay. We've got a closet. 300 and... I suppose this is where it's going to get messy. I don't want to put the core on it because I think if you put the core on, it messes it up a bit. I'm not seeing anything in here. So, rounds. Okay. Access the ship's systems. Where's there any hints of where we got to go? What about this one? Nope. Now we got this loot box here. This is, yeah. So this is definitely not the one we looted before. We're certainly going to take that. We'll put that in there. Vessel, building supplies, undelivered cargo. That in there. Fire. Let me take that. Yeah, spare ammo. Building supplies. So we've got that there. Right, where would the server room be? Absolutely no idea. As I say, I'm very reluctant to put the core down because that might mess up the game, because if I put the core down, the ship becomes my property, and then that kind of interferes with the actual game mechanics. Right, we're just going to go down. There's another closet there. We'll take bandages. There's quite a few bits and pieces in here that need to be found, but nope. Oh, yeah, we found it. I found the console. It looks like it's already got a key card in it. Access the ship systems. Okay, welcome to the back tech cloud. There's several problems I need. Connection to data banks 1521. No response to ADI. Good luck with the launch tomorrow. Call us. Okay. This isn't what I'm looking for. This is where's the flight data recorder connection to the rest of the fleet. Flight data recorder. Unable to read files. Unsupported format. Not again. Why can't these things just work? AD. I'm not sure about this command. It may be something to do with the half the data banks have been not out of the half wall of the ship. Sufficient that's caused problems retrieving. It could be wrong. ADI primary. No. Encrypting cores. Commander, you better stop that. You won't be able to get anything out of the Titans if it completes. So I specialized in fleet security, not computer systems. Okay, no idea. I will instruct you now, Commander. You need to remove the cover of the console and pull out the optronics bridge and connect your suit state. Okay, you're the boss. I've hooked my console to my suit. So what should I do with this optronics bridge? Can I keep it? System doesn't require it anymore, so I guess it makes no difference. It looks like we've got an optronics bridge. I've convinced the system that I am Ada, and that is the disconnect of the fleet is due to be removed from the optronics bridge. Most of the ship's data is corrupted and missing and isolated in the RAM individual consoles. However, I'd like you to look at the screen as I access the personal records. Displaying personal records for Operation Phoenix. Something. The print's getting it quite small. Searching for personal files. The commander, Stephen Silverfield. No match found. What does it mean? I do not know. It's possible that your personal file was corrupted or lost, and you have been stationed on Apollonia Station and not part of Operation Fleet. It's even more possible that you were sent by the UCH command a year later, and this would explain the time difference. Maybe for you, but the date I remember for waking up in the escape pod was the 24th of July, 2473, date before the fleet was scheduled to leave. So there's no answer to how I got here, but still no leads on where the fleet was. Bridge console will likely have saved the fleet heading. So if it's still operational at the time of the crash, the flight's files may still be there. It will be heavily encrypted, but you'll not be able to access and transmit them and decrypt them. It may take some time, more than usual. More than usual, since relay 451 will be moving out of observational range soon. What do you mean? I mean that you'll be unable to see if any and when of the Xeric spaces on the planet. Exercise cautions. I will do either. Right, we've got a UCH key. We've now got to activate go to the bridge where we've been. Which is this bridge elevator. Yep. Fine, they're heading to the bridge now. I don't think this is the bridge. I think the bridge is the top level. I'm sure this must be the bridge. I just have to talk to the terminal. Aside from being broken, this terminal has a pair of slots with 2 coded UCH keys. I've only have 1 key card, so maybe I find another key card, some parts to repair the console. We can leave the console. Activate the bridge system. Okay. Oh, I know what's happened. Teach me, won't it? What happened to the console? Why isn't it working now? Okay. The only console bridge to activate to examine the console. The console is a pair of card slots with authorization expected. It should be a problem since 2 key cards are already. The only other problem, it looks like there's something blew a hole clean through the back of the console. The damage isn't too bad, but you better fix it with 10 electronics, 3 optical fiber, and 1 computer. What I need now is we need 10 electronics. The electronics shouldn't be a problem. What do we want? Some optical fibers. Should be able to push me luck. And we've got to make a computer. And 1 computer, which lock out a computer. Okay, back. So I'll skip to use up some of my emergency oxygen. Get out of the orange. Right, back again. So we're just gonna come in here. Examine the console. Repair the console. Be careful to replace the damaged cables and circuit boards to their replacements. Hopefully nothing has been damaged. Start in safe mode. Cool, that brings back memories. Starting in safe mode. The commander can now access the command console system. The files in the terminal transmitted unlocked control. Please verify the relevant files. Access fleet connection. Okay, encrypted diagnostics. Try again. They've been corrupted or corrupted. Access combat logs. Titan is disabled. An unknown alien fleet is approaching at combat speeds, ignoring some communication. The ships are clearly outclassed and outnumbered. Bars 2 to 1. Continue log. Okay. 8 minutes exchange. Captain's log. The final log transmitting it to the rear. In the case that no one marks it off, there's only 4 ships staying behind. They're waiting for us to evac before we jump. Okay, go to the access the video log. Okay, to watch the approach of the Xeric fleet and engagement of the UCH fleet, the ship's command logs. The last transport leaves heavily damaged Titan begins the trip. Last transport changes course and enters the hangar of HMS Titan's sister ship, the UCH rear. Moments later, the 2 remaining UCH ships achieve warp speed and vanish. I've just watched the video recording the fleet's warp out of the system with 2 ships. It is possible, Commander, you will need the file from the ship's computer before we can provide a definitive answer. What is it? My apologies, Commander. I failed to detect the launch of Xerox forces nearby. I cut all external transmissions. I'm detecting a pair of heavy bombers have just been launched, and a squad of 12 troopers have reached the location in 3 minutes. Yeah, how long until we finish decrypting? Several minutes. I recommend removing the key cards as a precaution. Okay, remove the key cards. The key cards are stuck in the reader. I can't pull them out. Don't have time for this. We have to. They will have to stay there. Leave the console. Okay. Right. We don't have. I'm gonna. Heavy. Yeah. I broke a bone. Get in here. Get up and. Somebody else fired at me, but we're just going to drop down very quickly. Loot you. Not going to pass up the heavy bomber. Anybody else here? Somebody was firing at me. Light lies in our hands. Okay, proceed. Ha. Okay, the plan to retrieve the secure logs and crash logs of the self team. Now precious data. Okay, we're just going to proceed. My ship has got a bit stuck. Is there anybody? Something else? Something or somebody else fired at me? But I'm not seeing. Because it said that there was 12 people, but did we actually destroy them? It's not. Okay, everything's too much is happening at one time. Turn the power off. The facility has no external defenses, but is surrounded by a number of standalone defense towers designed for anti-com. Okay, I think we've got some hostiles in the area. I think we're going to patrol with the ship. Yeah, there's some troopers here. I wouldn't mind looting them. I know I'm being greedy. Not really worth that much. Okay. Oops. Reach the radar station complex. This is the next step in the mission. Let me just. Ship took a little bit of damage. Let me just repair that. Damage side here. Somebody shot her. Wow. A lot of damage. So it looks like we're going to need to rebuild the. I think something tells me it's time to get a repair bay. Something else to think about. Right, it says. Now the question is, do we want to hang around here? We got some fortifications. We got the Xerox communication array. We got the radar station here. This is quite a complex mission. It's a nice mission, but I would rather do it with some heavier armor. That we've taken them. damage on this side as well. Let me think. Let me just take stock. So we've got to do the radar station. Is over here. But to do that, we'd need to fight our way in through these. We're certainly going to need to upgrade the ships. So, yeah, I think we're wasting our time here. Right, what we're going to do is I need to rebuild my ship. I also need to upgrade my SV. Actually, no, I can't do that. Let me just get out of here. I think we're going to go to another system. So, right, let me just shove this into the ammunition controller. Got some more, a little bit more fuel, but not really enough to be there. Building supplies. Where's the warp drive? There it is. So what I'm going to try and do is install the warp drive. Try and get it into here. I don't think there's going to be enough space. Yeah, the warp drive is going to be really big. Let me just see if I can turn that round. Let me just look at something. If I take away what we got here, this is a large constructor. I don't think it's still going to fit in here because we don't have enough space. What we'll do is just going to move away from here so I don't get those annoying guys wasting my ammunition. Right, we're just going to move away from these. Just leave them to do whatever they want to do. We'll just move over here. Right. Thrusters off. Right, I'm going to have to do a temporary little bodge fix here. Fine. Read that. And then jump off here. And so pick up that block there. What I should be able to do now is big. Can do is just back on the back like that. It's kind of up against this window here, but that's okay. And then there's a bit of extra protection. Building supplies. Break that, connect that. Build this in. To make the ship slightly tail heavy. We'll just kind of just close this in. We have a little bit of a gap there, but we can do about that. And we'll just seal that across the back. Give it a bit of shape. Right, so that's sealed in the warp drive, so it's got a bit of protection. That's not the final shape, by the way. Right. And I think what I'm going to do is I just really need to rebuild this ship. So we're going to go up in, well, before we leave, let me, just going to, here. Thrusters on, we should still be able to get off the ground because we're on a moon. For some reason I've got a closet there. We'll be back for the radar station, but it's time to rebuild the ship. And where are we going to go? Info panel. Unknown and cause the extinction of all life. Its sensors indicate abandoned infrastructures. Infrastructures of advanced civilization. Beta 4 looks good. Is it too hot to soak up energy? Roggery is where we are. We can't go to that. This is all moons. I don't really want to go there. Go to Omicron. That says there's 2 Promethium around Omicron, but we won't have oxygen. This is a water world. This is Beta 3. UI odd temperate. There are. It doesn't seem to. I actually quite like Beta 4. Although that's only got. This is a dead planet. We could get lots of resources off this. I think we're going to go to Beta 4. So we'll lock the target. And I've got a feeling this is... Right, I'm just going to build up speed. Get to make. And away we go. Oh, we've got a Pentaxid asteroid close by. Got a couple of Promethium asteroids. Got a radar station off somewhere else there. Right, what we're going to do is I really want that Promethium asteroid, so we're going to head for that to start with. Choose my usual parking technique. Right. Pick up the drill. Storage is the drill. We've only got 1 drill charge. Great. Thank you, game. Okay, I'm gonna have to make some drill charges. And what the heck are you firing at? Shouldn't be anything around here to fire at. Okay, looks like we've got a couple of interceptors hanging around, but I don't think they're going to be a major problem. But I wouldn't mind looting them. Okay, whoops. Okay. Turn the thrusters off. Just going to make a couple of what we call it, drill charges. Drill charges 1, 2, 5, and gonna see if we can get out and loot that interceptor. It's 200 meters away. We can do it by just flying out there very quickly. A little bit risky, but we should be okay. I can just hide here next to the ship. Should be reasonably safe. We've got, let's put this in the junk box. Okay. Oh, we got another one. I think we use the ship this time. We're going to get regular visitors. Right. I think just here. I think from this. Okay, this is getting a little bit irritating. Okay, we're going to get a steady flow of these guys coming in. Just sit here and farm the what we call it. Right, let's just get down to put this in the junk compartment. Keep that, put that in there. Mission controller. Keep there. Keep that. Right. What I'm going to do now is we're just going to mine out this Promethium, and I'll be right back. Okay, welcome back, guys. So I'm still hacking my way through this Promethium asteroid. I thought what was a small patch on the surface is getting a little bit more involved, and I'm also taking some radiation damage at the moment. So what I'm going to do is, I think I've got enough to be going on with. Let me just see, just to show you. We've got nearly 900 Promethium. 900. You can see we've got 946 Promethium. I definitely think that would be enough to be going on with. So what we're going to do is, just to finish the video off, and we're jump in the ship. Thrusters on. Back up. And you can see, I mean, there's another big patch just at the top there. And what we're going to do now is, just to finish off, we're going to head for the beta 4. Get up the pressure drive. We're just going to check this out. So we found a new Polaris base or something. So we're going to head for beta 4, land on that, and see what planet we've actually managed to land on. And then in the next part, we'll explore the planet, because if it's the planet I think it is, we might have all the resources we need to completely rebuild the CV, and possibly even do some upgrades to the SV as well. Anyway, I'll see you once we get to the moon. So here we are, we're just entering the atmosphere. And we'll just ping out. Right, there's a heat signature over there. There's a heat signature over there. And I think pretty sure it is the planet. Yeah, this is the planet with absolutely no resources on it. But what we should find on here somewhere is, well, we got a couple of good heat signatures. But what we should find here is an incomplete takeoff rocket. So we're just going to head for that heat signature there first, just to get the ball rolling and see what that is. What on earth is this? Don't recognize this. What is it? Fallen Shelter. I don't ever recall encountering something like this. So we're just gonna give it a quick once over and see what this actually is. I mean, some of these are just arbitrary buildings that have no real use, but just take that there. Oh, I need to have a shower because I've picked up a lot of radiation whilst actually... Okay, let's just go and have a look. Interesting. Can we core it? No. Got a core. But... I mean, there's a big, possible big supply of blocks here, but I'm not eating it for anything else. Okay. If any of you have actually encountered this and know if there's anything of any value inside, feel free to chuck it in the comments. But obviously we've got that there. We got this down here, which is a heat signature. Somewhere on this planet is got to be what I'm looking for, which is so let's indicate that abandoned infrastructure of an extinct technology and advanced civilization on the planet. Here we are, we're back on the bridge, and this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the video, hope you found it interesting, and in the next part we'll explore this planet and see if we can find the resources that we actually need to rebuild the CV. But until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.